When you talk about diving, it's the Smit brothers. His brother graduated. And there's the difference right there. That's an outstanding dive. He jumps out of the camera. Holy smokes. Beautiful dive. Back dive, pike. Wow. Just incredible. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Hey everybody, Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network, and I'm here with the 2023 Cape Coast Conference Boys Diving Champion, Lucas Smit. Now, Lucas attends Palm Bay, homeschooled, and I tell you what, this young man is one heck of a diver. In fact, he and his brother have done some wonderful things, but we're here today to talk about him and what he did here today at the Cocoa Beach Country Club. 425 points. Congratulations. The Smit name stays on the trophy. Congratulations. Take us through this today. What did you like and what didn't you like about what you did out there today?
Well, I started off strong because the front 1.5 got 8s. A little bit surprised by it, but unfortunately for the front 2.5, I dropped down to 6.5s, but it's a 2.7 DD, so it doesn't matter.
There you go.
The backs followed the suit. I did my front twister, which expecting to get 5.5, 6s on, and I got like 8s and 7s on, which was really good. I got to the reverses. We don't talk about them. Moving on.
Yeah.
The inward dive, same as the fronts, got an 8s, and then the inward 1.5, pretty good as well. I think I got 7.5s. Inward 2.5, good up, good spin. I went to kick. There was no kick. Unfortunately, because of that, the scores were all over the place because it was really up, really fast spin. So I got some 6.5s, and since I didn't come out, I did get a 4.5 and a 5.5, I think. The reverse dive and reverse 1.5 counted as one dive. Don't worry about it. 4s and 5s.
I need this guy as a broadcaster and a commentator with me here. You can see the sign over my shoulder here at the Cocoa Beach Country Club, the 2023 Diving and Swimming Championships. And I tell you what, I was impressed with the entire field today. Not a big field. You know, diving to me, first of all, how did you get into diving? I know you've been doing it for quite a while, but where does your love of this sport come from?
We saw people doing it, and we were like, well, originally, we went to the Sebastian pool. We wanted to use the dive boards, but there was practice going on, so we couldn't. And then we said, okay, well, that's no fun. So we decided to sign up because it seemed fun. And then we kind of just didn't quit, and eventually I got here.
And yet, you know what? If you can't beat them, join them, right? If they won't let you use something because they're practicing on it, join the team. You and your brother have done some really special things in this sport. You as well, you know, both of you combined, obviously, and separately as well. And there's a lot to go yet. I mean, you're just a junior here. As you look back, though, on your, diving career, what are some of the highlights, some of the things that stick out to you?
I would say two of the things that stick out, which are more of lowlights, less than highlights, are doing back fallen off 3 and my front double on 1. I believe the back fallen is just standing, you just fall.
Right.
It took me 3 years to do that because one time I smacked my leg barely at all. I was like, not doing that again. Right. The front double was more severe. I tried it for 5 years, every single time, flat as a board on the water. Wow. Not fun landing it. But for highlights, last year I got my front 2.5 pike. I got 8.5s at States. Best front 2.5 at the entire meet. Better than the person who got first. I got second, obviously. Right. And Yeah, and then
chances this year?
well, at this meet I heard the person who beat me unfortunately moved away. So that kind of paves the way for me having a red carpet in, if that's true. I don't know if it is. We'll find out at districts or regionals. Whichever one comes second, can't quite remember. Another highlight is front 3.5 off 3 meter. Quite fun.
3.5.
Yes.
You know, it's funny because when I asked him that question, he gave me the lowlights first. The great ones always do. They always tell you about the more difficult things first, and that's how you know that they're truly great at what they do. Where do you see yourself? You're going to dive in college. I was talking to your mom earlier about your brother, and I know he is taking a different route. He's kind of doing the club thing a little bit. But for you, I mean, what do you know? You don't have to tell us how your recruiting or anything like that's going. But do you want to dive in college?
Me and Ben mostly, despite the way we look on the boards, we do diving as a hobby. So obviously, if you have a hobby and it can make college cheaper, obviously I'm going to do it.
Right.
And obviously I'm going to look for it to keep the hobby going. But, yeah. If it can make college cheaper, might as well.
Yeah. So let's find out a little bit about you out of the pool and off the boards. So what do you do for fun? I know, I've seen some other interviews you've done. I know you've played. It's probably easier to name a sport you haven't played. I know you've done some soccer, baseball, all of it. But how do you relax? Like, what will you do to wind down today from winning a Cape Coast Conference championship?
Well, today I probably won't be winding down because I miss school, so I'm going to have to do the math and all that I've missed. But for winding down, I generally play video games or watch videos on my phone.
Gotcha. Now, swimmers and divers, you guys put yourself through some of the most grueling training that there is. Wrestlers and swimmers and divers, what you guys do is absolutely incredible in terms of working out. What do you like to go? I mean, what's your go-to favorite comfort food, man? What do you like to eat?
Okay, so complex question. Because simply, me being a teenage boy, it literally doesn't matter. Give me food, I'll eat it.
There you go.
But,
you got a go-to spot here in town?
most of the food we eat, at least I eat personally, is home-cooked, and it's very good. So
you got some good cooks in the house, huh?
yeah, everyone in my family is at least somewhat. They're able to make a meal that doesn't taste bad.
There you go. I like it. And Lucas, I've enjoyed sitting here with you, talking to you, and congratulations on winning the Cape Coast Conference Championship. And you're going to see a lot more of him here in the coming weeks as the districts and the regionals and the states get cranked up. So I want to thank Lucas for sitting in here for our 2023 Cape Coast Conference champion, Mr. Lucas Smit. I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports. Yeah, go ahead.
Despite all the ups and downs with the starting high and then the middle being rocky and then up to back down, still ended solidly with 455, but
that's right.
Unfortunately not 500 yet. So
you're going to get there. There's no look. Next year I'm going to be sitting here at this center, and they're going to say with first place 506 points. I just called it right there. There you hit 506 next year right here. It's going to be great. Lucas, thank you so much, my man. Congratulations.